What's going on, everyone? I'm Don Ferguson, and welcome back to another fantastically amazing episode of Something New here in the Teak Life Basement Bar. Nope, you're not seeing double. We're doing a double tasting of some liqueur from Righteous Road Craft Spirits. We're trying Righteous Seven Liqueur, and it's like a little brother because there's something absolutely amazing about this one. Roll the intro. Before we start to talk about Righteous Seven Liqueur, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any further episodes. Righteous Road Craft Spirits. So we are trying Righteous Seven Liqueur and their barrel reserve. We're going to get into this a little bit more in a minute, but let's just talk about the brand first. Righteous Road Craft Spirits was established in 2016 by David Hermelin. What you're looking at right here, it took 2 years for David to develop and perfect. 2 years, people? That's a long time. Well, maybe it's not. I don't know. Whatever's long to you. Here's where things get very interesting. This is the first liqueur in the world made from 7 different species. I know what you're thinking. Species? What does that mean? Alright, what I'm talking about is it's made from wheat, barley, grapes, dates, pomegranates. I sure love pomegranates. Olives, and figs. That's a lot going on in this bottle, my friends. I'm excited, very interested. Righteous Seven Liqueur is produced in Illinois, and they use locally grown soft red winter wheat and 2-row barley. Here we go. What's the difference between... Yes, this one is smaller, but this one is their barrel reserve. What they do is they take this and they put it in a barrel and let it sit there for 2 years, up to 2 years, and they get this. So I have never heard of a barrel-aged liqueur before, and there's some other interesting facts about this that we're going to talk about when we do the tasting. Now here's the deal. I'm not the biggest liqueur fan. I've had some on the platform. I've tried some off camera before in the past, but sometimes they're just a little too sweet, sometimes artificial. So I'm going into this tasting a little reserved, very open-minded, because they have won some incredible awards that's why it piqued my interest about this brand. It's enough talking. Let's crack these open and taste. Oh, got a little pop. It's a little snug, and I like that. You know, it keeps everything in there that should be in there, and it stops it from evaporating over time. I like a good seal on it. When you have tops that just come easy, on, easy, off, it's really not a good thing. But that's enough education. We're going to do some drinking, some tasting, and some talking. We are going to try the Righteous Seven Liqueur base first before we do the barrel aged, because the barrel aged is actually this, and then it's aged in a barrel. We're going to talk about the barrel, we're going to talk about the char with this one, but we're going to start off with this, and I'm actually going to use a Glencairn because I think there's just so much going on in this. 7 different, distinct species of fruits and wheat that there should be a lot of aromas coming out of it and a lot of flavors. So I want to do it its justice. Ooh, look at that pouring out. Look at that deep, rich mahogany color. And we're going to top it. But yeah, I really think that this is the best glass to use, so that way we can get those aromas on the nose and just have them billow up and punch me in the eyeballs. Bottle is tall, and the label actually expands down the whole side, showing you barley, wheat, grapes, pomegranate, all that stuff. And on the back of it is a story. The other thing about the label, Handwritten Batch. So this is from batch number 2, which that's kind of cool to have a second batch out of a barrel, to have this hand labeled and written. I like that. Makes me feel a little special, just gonna say. Color. That is very dark, you know, a dark, rich mahogany. And in the lights, I'm picking up a little bit of red. Now this one is 60 proof, so it's not 80, but for liqueurs, I've actually had some liqueurs that were really low. This is pretty high for, this might be the highest liqueur as far as proof that I've ever tried before. And I'm getting a lot of the aromas, like I said, coming out of this. So this was a great choice. It's almost like a chimney. Oh, 100% fruity. There's so many. I am picking up, you know, that fig, dates, dried fruit. There's a little bit of chocolate. I'm really picking up dates a lot. The thing about it is, with it being 60 proof, which is relatively high for a liqueur, I'm not getting alcohol vapors. We can test, we can look. The legs are coming down considerably fast, but this is really interesting. It's blended extremely well. Let's just taste. Definitely not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. You are getting those figs, you are getting those dates 100%. Alright, this is the second sip. The first one is to coat the palate, the second sip is where you get a lot more flavors. The third and fourth sips, that's where you get it all. Now I did a very healthy second sip. I really did, because I really wanted to kind of let it rest and coat. And yes, I'm picking up the figs, I'm picking up dates, a lot of dried fruit. There is, I mean, you can almost taste everything that's on the label. The pomegranates, the grapes. It is relatively smooth because it is a liqueur, but it's 60 proof. It's not syrupy. It's not artificially sweet, which is really cool, because a lot of those liqueurs out on the market, you know, even like the limoncellos, the limecellos, they're so super sweet and they're artificial that I just can't drink shit like that. There's no way I can. If it's overly sweet, I can't get into it. I'm picking up some like raisin type flavors as well. Third sip, people. This is nice. It's got a lot of flavor, a lot of depth of character. If you enjoy something that is extremely different, and I'm sure it can blend well in a lot of cocktails, you can sip it neat. It reminds me of like I would say like a raisin brandy cake or something like that. It's desserty, so it is still going to be sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It's not artificially sweet. So we're gonna put this aside and we're gonna go to this one, which is their Barrel Reserve. Now, digging into this, it reminds me of brandy in a way, because you're getting some of the same kind of flavors that you would get if you try a brandy. So if you're a brandy fan, it might be right up your alley. The other thing about it, these are not chilled. So I tried them neat. If you do want to chill them, I'm sure it's going to bring out a little bit more of the flavor. You know, maybe throw an ice cube in, but that's just not how I do my tastings. I typically just like to try them neat so I can get all the flavors. Now, their Barrel Reserve. Here's what's going on with this. So they put this into a barrel, an American White Oak whiskey barrel with a number 2 char, and they bottle it at cask strength. So actually this is going to be stronger than this one. This one is 62 proof, which is really interesting because this was super smooth. I expect it to still be super smooth, but the fact that it is a cask strength, a little bit higher, and you're going to get those barrel tones, very interesting. You're getting oak, so I'm picking up some of that oak, a little bit of toasted oak, a little bit of that char, a light, very, very tiny light smoke on the back end of it. But you're still picking up some tropical flavors. What I am picking up is a sweetness, more of like a brown sugar. But they're very, very similar on the nose. This one, actually, no. You're getting more of the fruit. You're definitely getting more of the date, the fig. So this one is a little bit more subtle. Taste? Oh, why don't I? That is different. That's, wow. So it's a little sweeter. And now I'm getting that fruit finish. I'm getting the figs, the dates, a little bit of chocolate. It's tropical. It's a little bit sweeter up front. Wow. I might have fell in love. This is really good. This is very different. I'm getting some toffee, a little bit of vanilla, almond. Interesting. Honey. It still has that brandy type of feel to it, but it doesn't remind me of a liqueur, which is really unique, really different. This is a fruity vanilla. Oh man, toffee. I like the oak, the barrel aged of it. It's almost like a good red wine is aged for how many years in a cask. This is a nice one. Yeah, nice and sweet, palatable, chilled. I think that would be phenomenal. I think this is a limited edition, so I don't know how long this is going to be around. So if you want to pick it up, I would try to find it as soon as you possibly can, so you can get it before it goes off the shelves. But I really like this. Now, they've won some awards. Double gold at the International Sip Awards, double gold at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, 93-point rating at tastings.com. They're getting a lot of attention, and I can see why. So I have two glasses. They're both getting down to the down, but that wraps up another episode of Something New here in the Teak Life Basement Bar. Righteous Road, they're doing some really nice things. This is not your typical, ordinary, average, everyday synthetic, syrupy, added sugars type of liqueur. This tastes really natural to me, and I like it. So this is something that I will enjoy making some cocktails too, which, look at that. They have a lot of cocktails, so I'm sure you can go to their website and find some stuff. I can make this good old boy, which is, oh, that's like an old fashioned. That sounds amazing. So, thank you for watching Righteous Road. I like this. Be sure to follow us on social media. Subscribe to the Teak Life YouTube channel. Turn those notification bells on so you don't miss any future episodes. And if there's anything that you think we should try, send it to us. Or hit that email. See ya.